Goldman Sachs just made a laughable mistake, and one that goes to show you how terribly they can manage investments sometimes. And I'm going to show you exactly the reason why. But before I do, make sure that you smash that subscribe button and you turn on the bell notification, because I am always dropping new content surrounding the stock market as well as the crypto market to help you navigate your way around the finance world and do it comfortably. So you want to make sure you are subscribed. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it and talk about why they just made a crucial mistake. So unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you've heard by now that Elon Musk, yes, the very same Elon Musk that started Tesla, of course, the company that in 2 short decades has become one of the fastest growing companies from a valuation standpoint that we've ever seen. A company that also went into the S&P 500 because of how rapidly it's growing and the technology behind this man's genius. The very same gentleman became the majority shareholder in Twitter, owning 9% of the company. Now, immediately, here's what this did for Twitter. That stock price had one of the biggest jumps it's ever seen in the history of Twitter. It went up to $54 a share. Now, a lot of people were excited about this move because what this did is this signaled a new direction for social media. People wanted some freshness brought, and who else could bring freshness besides somebody like Elon Musk? This guy's a genius. When he says he's going to do something, he does it, and his execution is flawless. So there was a lot of excitement behind Twitter itself, not only what happened with the stock, but also what it could become. Now, where does Goldman Sachs fit in all this? Now, Goldman Sachs was appointed as the advisors to the sitting members on the board of directors for Twitter. So the whole job behind Goldman Sachs is to boost the valuation of the company and ultimately make it a more valuable company and make sure that it's doing the right thing when it comes to share prices and ultimately helping the stockholders get the most value for their investment. Now, how did Goldman Sachs make a massive mistake? Well, Elon Musk, shortly after he became the majority shareholder, also offered to buy out all of the company shares at a price point of $54 a share, straight cash. Now, the board of directors ultimately decided to decline this offer because of what Goldman Sachs had told them. So ultimately, Goldman Sachs told them decline this offer altogether. Now, here's the laughable part. This same Goldman Sachs had a price target for the stock price of Twitter of $30 a share, meaning that their estimate was that the stock price of Twitter was going to be $30 a share. When Elon Musk bought 9% of Twitter, it immediately jumped up to $54 per share, and he also offered to buy out the entire company at $54 per share, which Goldman Sachs then immediately told the board of directors to decline the offer. So now the question becomes, how can a financial advising company ultimately advise their people that they're advising to decline a $54 per share price if they had a price target of $30 a share? That's almost double what their price target was because one guy invested into it and ultimately boosted the valuation of the company. They just made a massive mistake by going against what they said. Not only did they get their stock price wrong, but they're recanting back on them being a financial company, ultimately doing what's right for the investor. And this just becomes laughable and totally makes the credibility of Goldman Sachs completely go down the tubes altogether. Now, what does the future of Twitter look like now that Goldman Sachs has advised the board of directors to decline this buyout option of $54 per share? Well, nobody really knows. There's speculation that Elon Musk could tank Twitter altogether, ultimately sending the stock into a spiral, or Goldman Sachs could come back and say, you know what, we were wrong, and we think that they should accept the buyout and ultimately take the $54 per share and save face for the company. And I personally think this would be the right move, because this isn't just about Twitter. This is about the reputation of Goldman Sachs. If you have a price target of $30 on a stock and somebody comes out and tells your clients that they want to buy out their shares for $54 and you immediately tell them to decline the offer, that says something about your credibility and if you're really doing what's in the best interest of your clients. So I wanted to share that with you because I think it's kind of interesting the time that we're living in from a financial standpoint, because this move doesn't so much seem to be about money as much as it seems to be about a reputation type standpoint. Elon Musk has this reputation of building a high valuation for companies, and Goldman Sachs also has that same reputation. And now you have two giants basically butting heads right now, and it's a war to see who's going to give up first. And ultimately, I think the best course of action is for Goldman Sachs to do what's right in their client's perspective, because at the end of the day, it isn't just about Twitter, it's about everything else. So that's why I wanted to share this video with you. But if you did get value out of this video, make sure that you smash that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification, because as I mentioned, I am always dropping new content, not only surrounding the stock market, but also the crypto market as well, to help you get ahead in the finance game and ultimately win and hit those goals that you have for yourself. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's video, and take care.